This is Chase Hartzell with the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, and I'm back with a couple more seniors from the Ouachita women's soccer team. They are?
I'm Michelle Snow. I'm from North Richland Hills, Texas, and I'm a goalkeeper.
I'm Jocelyn Kisper. I'm from McKinney, Texas, and I'm a center mid.
Now, I understand that we have a karaoke champion in our midst today. So, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Probably Mr. Brightside by The Killers or something.
Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars.
Nice pick. Nice pick. Now, looking back at your time at Ouachita, what would you say are some of your favorite memories with the team?
I think traveling with the team was a big factor in that because that's how we grew close together, and also winning the championship.
Definitely winning the championship, and just like dorm life, especially freshman year.
Do you have any funny dorm stories from your first year here?
She doesn't go here anymore, but Reese Marks, one day
In goal number 1, Michaela Potter. Number 2, Caitlin Potter. Number 3, Georgia Templeton. Number 4, Melissa Ventura. Number 6, Kendall Jerkins. Number 10, Whitney Thomas. Number 11, Kim Barcinas. Number 12, Carmen Gunn. Number 13, Natalie Gomez. Number 14, Lauren Service. And number 28, Cali City. And now the head coach for your Ouachita Tigers, led by head coach Kevin Wright. In goal, number 0, Michelle Snow. Number 2, Abby Moore. Number 5, Sophia Valencia. Number 6, Tegan Yauzi. Number 10, Sydney Perry. Number 13, Hattie Gardner. Number 14, Abby Inman. Number 16, Amory Thomas. Number 17, Grayson Turner. Number 23, Paige Owens. And number 24, Maddie Vanna. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise to honor America and those who serve it for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, joined by Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez. And Alfonso, we've got a great matchup today. It's one that our own Matthew Branch used to dub the Natural State Holy War between Harding and Ouachita.
Yeah, and that's a great name for it. I mean, great way to kick off the GAC season with an interstate rivalry right here. You know, OBU obviously looking to keep their undefeated streak going, and Harding looking to start off their conference correctly.
The Tigers are 3-0-3 on the year. A win earlier in the week, last week against UT Tyler, but tying with Texas Women's University later in the week. Texas Women's University ranked in the top 10 in the South Central region. However, the Tigers are ranked in the Central region at number 8 coming into this week.
Yeah, and I personally watched that game against Texas Women's College, and OBU, obviously a great team, struggled a bit at times in the offensive end. Obviously, couldn't get a goal off, but against maybe a weaker team such as Harding, maybe we could see today them capitalize with some extra momentum. Obviously, being at home and having that number 8 ranking.
Tigers are wearing the purple and gray kits today. Harding in the gold and black kits. And Harding's going to have the first kick from midfield on the whistle. Again, this is a rivalry game, Alfonso, to where you can almost throw the records out the window because both of these teams, they're not just playing for the win, they're playing for bragging rights.
Yeah, and that's something I really respect about this OBU Harding rivalry. It crosses among a lot of sports, from football to soccer to even volleyball at times. And these teams are really looking to come out and find the win today.
There's the first whistle, and we are underway at Cluck Field. Harding trying to be a bit aggressive early, but decides to retreat back, and now they'll take their time to patiently let the field space out. Ball into the box, and it's scooped up by Michelle Snow. Snow, last week winning her second consecutive GAC Goalkeeper of the Week award.
Yeah, very impressive, but very deserved from her part. The Tigers here, in addition to having Snow as GAC Goalkeeper of the Week, they also had Abby Inman as Defender of the Week. This just goes to show how strong these Tigers are defensively and their discipline out of possession.
And that Defender of the Week award has just belonged to the Tigers at this point in the season. 3 awards given out, 2 of them to Abby Inman, and the other was given to Amory Thomas.
Yeah, very well deserved, to be honest.
Tigers trying to enter that defensive third of Harding for the first time this afternoon. Valencia is trying to control it, but it rolls out of bounds, and now Harding with an opportunity to throw it in.
And right away, we could see this Tiger offense, what they're going to try and do today. Get the ball on one side of the field, invite pressure, and really find the open spaces on the other side. That's going to be very essential for Valencia and Thomas to be open on those wide channels and really find the ball.
Cloudy skies today in Arkadelphia. Rain is anticipated in the next hour or two, so we'll see if that plays a factor in this match.
Yeah, and if it does manage to rain today, this game could quickly go from in control for the Tigers to a very scrappy battle between them, especially it being a rivalry game and everything.
Owens on the throw. The Bisons wanting to take the ball the other way. Thomas was in pursuit. She's going to have an opportunity to throw it in, following the misfire from the Bisons. Now the Tigers looking to go the other way.
Tigers always seem to be very confident with the ball in possession. Despite being in the midfield with tight spaces, they always find a way to play through and find a way into the opposition's defensive end.
Long ball into the box, but it will be scooped up for the goalkeeper for Harding. That is Michaela Potter on the play.
And as we've seen from everybody who's played the Tigers so far, the opposition goalkeeper always has a lot to do during the game. And we've seen many cases this preseason of these keepers having very great games because of the pressure that Tigers put on the other team. Here we see some great pressure and some great effort from Owens to really keep that ball on the opposite side and make it uncomfortable for the Bison defense.
Both teams continuing to jockey for position as we are just about 5 minutes in at this point. Beyond the field of play today, you can see again some of the work being done on the new track and field facility just on the other side of Cluck Field. And Alfonso, we were talking about it earlier, that could also have implications for the soccer program as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is being built mainly as a track field, but on the inside, the plan is for it to be a soccer field. And everyone on the soccer program, men's and women's alike, are very excited for that because it would mean we have an extra field to practice on.
Tigers trying to apply some pressure, but Harding is able to get the ball out of the box.
And it really looks like Harding did their homework there, knowing that Tigers were going to be very on the attack, finding the way out and calm in possession to find the counterattack right there.
A well-timed slide tackle there from Valencia. Able to send it out of bounds, however, it will be a throw for Harding on the edge of the defensive third. Harding on the edge of the box trying to set something up here, driving in quickly, and it deflects off the post. Not a bad setup there for the Bisons. And it looks like they're going to say that Snow touched it last. That'll be a corner kick for Harding.
That last play should really serve as a warning call for the Tigers, as we've seen it so far, them break through those wide channels and really find themselves in dangerous situations. Bison not scared to go and attack the goal right from the start.
There's the cross, looking for the header, but it rolls off to the right side. Now a chance for the Tigers to catch their breath after a good attack there from Harding. Inman bringing the ball up out of the box, and the Bisons continuing to apply pressure early. We've seen this from the Tigers a few times, allowing the opponent to come to them with some aggressive play, and it has paid dividends at times because maybe perhaps you tire out your opponent early, and then you really start to show that resiliency as the match goes along. You saved up that energy, and now all of a sudden the opposition's in trouble. Meanwhile, Snow having to lay out that time to make sure that the ball went offline.
Yeah, and something that these Tigers have seen so far is that despite opponents trying to pressure them, none have been as organized to block out this Tiger possession. Somehow Harding has come prepared, and they look way more dangerous on this press.
A bit of a miscommunication there on the set piece as the ball gets all the way over to the far side. Now we'll see another cross. Going on the follow-up, and it's an offside. Sigh of relief for the Tigers, as that could have been the go-ahead goal. Instead, it's a goal kick for Ouachita.
Tigers so far this season have not faced this much pressure from the opposite team in these starting minutes. We'll see if Coach Wright fixes his team or encourages them to keep on trying to play the same way.
Now the Tigers taking it the other way. That's Gardner. Gardner, pass inside. Can the Tigers close in? Potter making a close play. However, she collides with one of her teammates. And now we're going to have a stoppage in play.
Goalkeeper always needs to be very careful when they come out like that. Obviously, you have opposing players and your own defenders running at you to cover the ball. But as you slide down, you need to be very careful and be confident in your technique to really have that ball in your hands and not, in this case, collide with your head.
And that's one thing you got to be really careful about. We not only see that in soccer, but across all of sports right now. They're going to go ahead and take a look at Potter, as you always fear for a concussion or something like that in those head-on collisions.
Yeah, Yeah, those concussions is also something that the NCAA has been very proactive about and been trying to stop from, obviously, as research has shown, like, stop these concussions from happening and follow basic protocol to prevent these athletes from having serious injury later on in their careers.
We're going to see perhaps some concussion protocol come into play right now as a new goalkeeper will check in for the Bisons. I believe that's going to be number 0, Mesa Willis.
Obviously, Mesa Willis subbing on now. We'll see how she does. Obviously these unexpected circumstances, putting her right in the middle of a game that has already been hotly contested. We'll see how she stacks up.
Now a chance perhaps for the Tigers. It's a one-on-one situation. Grayson Turner was closing in quickly. Ball goes out of bounds, but still a throw for Ouachita. There's Gardner on the edge of the box. Bison's just trying to get it out of there.
Despite their good defense and their good defensive discipline, the Tigers have seen a bit sloppy on the offensive and have lost very loose balls through the midfield in possession.
Turner able to take the ball away. Hotly contested right now by a couple of Bisons.
Very smart switch of play there by Turner, recognizing the immense amount of pressure on her side and finding that opposite side fullback. Obviously, we've seen in games such as UT Tyler, those fullbacks, how important they really are to this Tiger attack. Harding has done a good job so far to apply pressure and force those fullbacks negative.
Long ball from Inman. Goes right to the goalkeeper, and now Harding. Chance to reset. There's the long ball, and Tigers take it right back. We've seen a couple of close calls for the Tigers on that counterattack as they've been quick to the ball. Hasn't paid off yet in terms of scoring. However, you have to think that those opportunities will start to arise.
Yeah, and even Harding has had their fair bit of chances, having the most dangerous opportunity at half so far. We'll see if Harding finds their way back into Tiger defense once again.
A close call there as Willis was just able to scoop it up at the last second. Now the Tigers taking it back the other way. And a very close call as it looked like Hattie Gardner was about to get an open look at the goal. But Harding not out of the woods just yet. There's the cross, trying to set up for a teammate on the right side of the box. Now Valencia sending it towards the goal. Diving stop by Willis.
Tigers seem to be a bit more comfortable now in these first 15 minutes, finding their feet and really applying pressure to this Bison back line.
Now the Bisons with an opportunity to take it the other way.
Abby Moore there will have a lot of responsibility today to cover that far right side, as we've seen Valencia already going into the attack and pursuing opportunities up front. The space left behind, obviously high risk, high reward, but Moore is going to have to be very careful to track that space and really take care of it.
Owens trying to take the ball away. It was last touched by one of the Harding players, so the throw is for Ouachita. However, Harding taking the ball right back, and now both teams seemed like nobody could take full control of the ball there until it rolled out of bounds, and now the Tigers with a chance to reset on the throw.
Yeah, Chase, we've seen a lot of energy now in this first half. Now that it's kind of winding down, we could see the Tigers really moving into their game plan and having more control on the ball.
Now Gardner trying to get through. Nice defensive play. However, the Tigers able to regroup. Thomas near the edge of the defensive third. She passes it off to the middle to Vanna. Now Inman has the ball off a few deflections, and now the big clear as that long ball went all the way towards the edge of Washita's defensive third.
Something that we could see right away from this Harding defense is that they've recognized the importance of the striker position to this OBU team. Obviously being the focal point of the press, the Harding defense has recognized that they need to double up on the striker, in this case Gardner, and by inviting more pressure inside, they're allowing OBU to pick up that space on the outsides, which in this case is just part of their game plan, to sit back and really cover that inside space.
Caroline Copy, the midfielder, has checked in for Harding. Tigers looking to take the ball the other way. Owens able to come away with a little bit of momentum. Pass inside is interrupted. But again, the Tigers not going away anytime soon.
Harding, we saw them be calm in possession within these first 5 minutes. However, now it seems that this Tiger press has really got them making quick decisions, and in most cases the wrong decisions, just giving the ball back to the Tigers.
Just under 15 minutes gone here at Cluck Field. Still scoreless as both teams look to establish their game plan. Harding looked like it was going to take control early. However, the Tigers have settled in nicely here, just trying to set up those opportunities to score. Long ball to the right side. Tigers closing in. And Alfonso, you always hold your breath there when that ball comes up towards the top of the box and the goalkeeper goes down to get it, because one wrong move and that's a goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, and we've seen it in this case. We saw the first goalkeeper for Harding already do that type of save and, unfortunately pick up an injury, and hopefully she's all well. But now Willis needs to be careful and make sure that she doesn't let the Tigers in on goal.
Valencia tries to send the ball away. It's deflected off of a Bison, but Yossi now has it on the right side, driving. Passes it inside, looking for Gardner. It is disrupted, however. And Harding deciding just to clear the ball away.
Yeah, great move by Yossi. Really in these attacks, when the defense picks it up, it's the midfield's responsibility to connect the defense with the attack. And Yossi does a great job there, really trying to find Gardner on that ball. Great job to the Bison center back for being on their toes and clearing that one out.
Vanna trying to take the ball away. However, misfire now. Perry took the shot, but it was just off the mark to the left side, but a very close call for the Bisons.
Perry just picking up that right spot. Obviously Tigers forcing an error from the Bison goalkeeper, and Perry obviously finding the ball in a very dangerous situation. Now the Tigers just need to find the opportunity to capitalize.
Ball is sent near midfield. Thomas able to take it away off the deflection. Thomas again showing some excellent defensive prowess. Pass inside to Gardner. Great opportunity on the left side, looking to cross it. And it's a bit too far to the right.
Here we see Thomas really being disciplined to keep going and find the ball and really apply that defensive pressure to Harding. We can see her leave her what would be considered the open man and keep moving forward in order to not let that Harding midfield make a decision in time.
Grayson Turner has the ball, passes it inside to Owens. Now Perry on the follow-up. Takes a slow roll off to the left side. However, the Tigers are getting more and more looks at that Harding goal, and we can likely expect to see some challenges here for Willis in the minutes to come.
Yeah, and we've seen that from the Tigers all season. You know, they don't really mind too much having the bad quality of shots as long as they get the quantity, because they know that eventually one will go in.
Grayson Turner with a chance now. Great job there, able to retain possession of the ball. Trying to cross it. Harding takes it away. However, the Tigers again showing the speed out there on the field, able to fly to the ball at an alarming rate. And that defensive pressure has really gotten to the Bisons here after the first few minutes of the match.
Yeah, it seems to be like that energy from this being an interstate rivalry and obviously kicking off the GAC. Obviously the Tigers showing off their more technical ability and their more overall team quality. Tigers here, despite being able to hold on for possession for longer spells, we see the Bison really attacking this midfield and winning that first ball in the air in order to really be on the Tiger back line.
Thomas trying to make sure her team retains possession. Now Perry colliding with the defender. Pass inside to Owens. Great opportunity. It's deflected. However, close call for Willis as she's able to corral it in time before the Tigers could attack.
Yeah, Jason, you could see Owens was lining up that shot perfectly. Unfortunately, it took just the tiniest bounce and got off the trajectory. But great opportunity for the Tigers.
Double team from the Tigers, and there will be a foul called.
Unfortunate, because Tigers really committing to this pressure on this far hand side. As you saw during the throw-in on the right hand side of the field, almost no players at all. All Tigers, you know, really shifting in onto this left hand side to win it and then maintain control of the game. Now we can see Turner subbing out. Owen as well. In the game now, Reese Brown and Ashlyn Vanna.
Inman trying to get the ball out.
Brown and Vanna are going to be looking to apply a lot of pressure on those Harding outside backs from the winger position. really be able to maintain possession here.
Valencia trying to attack on the far side. Now Ashlyn Vanna with the ball. She passes it out to the middle to Maddie Vanna. Tigers not trying to rush, waiting for the field to space itself out. Now a long ball to Valencia on the edge of the box.
Yeah, and some may wonder how Valencia got all the way up to that position. First, when the ball got over to her side, obviously she kept the possession and kept on playing, making that run. And then we could see her teammates on the opposite side of the field filling in for her and allowing her to continue that run forward, despite it not being her natural position.
And Sofia Valencia, she's just got a knack for evading defenders, especially on that far side. Even when the defenders seem to be right on top of her, she finds a way to peel off of them and go around them. That field vision has paid dividends for her this season.
Yeah, and she obviously, she has a good amount of technical quality and physical quality to make those runs up, as well as keep possession and make the smart play when she needs to.
Inman, long ball into the box, looking for Kispert on the header. Now Vanna towards the edge of the box, Harding pressing.
We've seen those half-field set pieces be very dangerous for the Tigers this season. Despite, maybe not getting direct goals off of it, it starts the press into the opponent's second half and really puts them under pressure. Harding needs to be careful not to give up too many of those, because eventually it'll come back and bite them.
Got a few subs for both sides coming in for the Tigers. Looked like maybe Reese Brown had left the field momentarily. She's back in. Now Washita trying to regain possession, but a great opportunity for Harding. Ball bouncing around a bit. Long ball shot is right into the hands of Michelle Snow.
Snow always ready to be called upon in these situations, despite her team having lots of possession and Harding not really being as dangerous in these last 10 minutes. Always attentive and always in the play to make those types of routine saves.
Chance for Gardner on the edge of the box. But again, that Harding defensive effort just a bit too much.
Now in the midfield, we've seen Jossie really control that right-hand side of the midfield and combine with her teammates, and on occasion thread these balls to Gardner. Unfortunately, the Harding Bison have had a very good defensive performance so far and have been able to track Gardner's runs.
Brown passing it inside to Gardner. Thomas looking to take the ball away. Playing some aggressive defense here alongside Kispert. Referee blows the whistle, calling a foul.
Thomas has always been known for her aggression and her defensive capabilities here. However, ref seems to be not having any of it, already awarding her 2 fouls and giving them to the Bison. Tigers here really looking to regain the ball in the midfield. However, Harding applying the same amount of pressure and unfortunately coming out with the ball.
Few Tigers waiting to check in on the near side, including Jamie Fowler. Fowler scored 3 goals in the first 2 matches of the year.
And I believe that still remains the highest amount of goals by an individual player on the Tigers so far this season. With regards to Fowler coming in now, obviously we've seen Gardner do an excellent job of holding the ball and really looking for those plays and challenging these Harding defenders. Now we could see if Fowler can maybe capitalize on the work that Gardner has already put in.
OBU fighting for the ball. It goes out of bounds. Now an opportunity to sub in those new players. Also joining the fray will be Ava Dunigan, as well as Isabella Savater.
Now we could see OBU rolling through midfielders as well as another striker. This could help out in regaining possession through the midfield, something that Tigers have struggled with early on. However, this midfield, if there's one thing they know how to do, is retain the ball and really find their way out of tough, tight situations.
Savater looking to cut it off in the middle. You could tell that Fowler was closing in. Close call for the Bisons, but it will just be a throw for the Tigers.
Fowler obviously has a lot of experience playing against Harding and seeing this rivalry throughout her years here at OBU. We'll see how she leads this Tiger front line towards the end of the first half.
Foul called at the edge of the box. Great opportunity for the Tigers on the edge of the box. Harding going to go ahead and assemble the defensive wall.
So far this season, we've seen the Tigers aim for those far post runs in order to cut back in and find the middle balls on these set pieces. We'll see if this first cross into the box is accurate enough for the Tigers to capitalize.
Chance for the Tigers. Crosses the ball. It bounces high and out of bounds.
It was a decent ball, got to the right position there. However, some Tigers obviously chasing off their markers and aren't exactly in the most comfortable positions to finish those chances.
Dunigan passing it off to Savater. Ball almost taken away. Fowler has it just on the other side of midfield. Bit of a miscommunication on the exchange, and now Harding taking the ball the other way. The most momentum the Bisons have had in quite some time, trying to set up for an opportunity. Amory Thomas, the defender.
And as we've seen throughout this season, Thomas, great 1v1 defending, forcing that winger to an uncomfortable position and eventually just poking her foot in and doing enough to keep it negative.
And if she keeps making plays like that, you have to think that maybe she's going to steal her title right back from Inman.
Yeah, I mean, this Tiger defense, obviously, as long as they don't concede and do as well as they've been doing, I would say they deserve the Defensive Player of the Week almost every week.
Excellent job there by Abby Moore in the box to block the shot on goal. Now another chance for Harding, and that shot is high and off the mark. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. 0-0 your score. Tigers have threatened at times, but still looking for that first goal. Same case for the Bisons.
Yeah, despite having control here of the game, we've seen the Tigers maybe not be as disciplined and accurate as they've been throughout the season to really find that finishing touch in order to get up in this game.
Kispert sends it upfield. Now Brown trying to fight for it, but Kispert was right there in the middle as well. Ball's deflected. It's a throw in for Ouachita. Brown's being double teamed. Passes inside to Kispert. Now here comes Fowler on the left side. Great opportunity for the Tigers. Fowler waiting for the play to develop. Now a chance for Ouachita to regroup. Sofia Valencia at the top. Vanna trying to retain possession. She's being double teamed by a couple of Bisons. Some physical play right now on the edge of the defensive third, but Kispert using her speed to get around the edge before the ball is deflected. Looks like she's maybe trying to cross there to a teammate.
Kinsper always going to be very crucial to games such as this where the opponents are in their own half and really trying to lock down their defensive capabilities. She's a very technical player that has a lot of tricks up her sleeves and can do unusual plays in order to unlock a defense such as Harding's.
Megan McKay and Fernanda Valencia checking into the match for the Tigers.
McKay and Valencia, obviously, as we've seen before, these Tiger wingers have a lot of responsibility to keep the press up for the Tigers and really make things hard for the opposition's back line.
Moore able to halt the momentum of Harding momentarily. Valencia facing some tough pressure. Tigers are, however, able to clear the ball. So it will go out of bounds, and now the throw in for Harding. Amory Thomas defending on the edge of the box. Looking for a bit of a cross there, but it was disrupted. Dunigan has the ball stripped away. Now Harding, edge of the box, trying to send it inside. Savatera with the clear. Harding with an aggressive offensive attack at the moment.
Yeah, Tigers really need to be careful of when the Harding front line gets the ball at their feet because they're a very technical group of players and they move off each other very well, making things very hard for the Tigers.
McKay trying to help take the ball away, and there will be a little bit of a clear. Dunigan with the header. Savatera trying to take the ball away. But off the long ball, it's sent into the corner. And Inman has no option but to just try and clear the ball away, kick it out of bounds.
And as we've seen, Tigers, obviously, when they're being pressed in their own defensive half, looking for those quick counterattacks through the wings, as we saw McKay getting on the end of it. However, the Bison defense being able to recover and keep the ball negative in order to initiate their own counterattack.
Abby Inman will have the goal kick for Ouachita. As the Tigers, they still have a bit of time left here in the first half to make things happen. However, they're going to have to hurry. Fowler sending the ball downfield. Now it's a race as Valencia tries to get to the ball. She takes it away. Shoots it in, and it's a goal. Goal! OBU Tigers! Fernanda Valencia never gave up on the play, and as a result, she has the first goal of her senior campaign.
Great goal by the Tigers. Obviously recognizing this Harding pressure, not being kind of like changing their strategy in sorts, and really we've seen the Tigers keep the ball on the ground on these goal kicks and play out the back with possession. However, this time we see them go direct and really find that counterattack, something that obviously was a tactical adjustment some way through the half. An excellent job by Fowler to win the header and initiate that counterattack, and just great overall finish by Valencia to stay in it and really find the back of the net. Now we can see this Tiger energy as we've seen it before. After the first goal, they really get in and really find their footing inside the game. Just an increase in confidence all throughout the team. Bison obviously here trying to come back from this deficit. Had a good spell of possession right here, something that the Tigers are usually the ones who are in the front line of. Tigers, they're struggling to come out with this Bison pressure actually, really pinning the ball on this side, using the Tiger tactics against their own team.
Now an opportunity for Harding on the throw-in, perhaps looking for the equalizer here before half. Tigers scoring moments ago thanks to the goal from Fernanda Valencia. Some strong play from Amory Thomas in the corner. Now Jocelyn Kispert fighting for the ball. Several Tigers doing their best to get the ball out of there.
Bison are determined to keep the ball in this Tiger defensive half for these last 5 minutes and see what they can really come of it.
They'll have to watch out, though, because as we saw a few moments ago, the Tigers can strike on a counterattack at any given moment. Savitaire was closing in quickly. Tigers aggressive on defense right now. The Bisons have been able to capitalize on that aggressiveness by getting the ball past a few defenders, but now the Tigers finally taking the ball away.
Yeah, and so far this match, we've really seen the midfield dictate whoever has the stronger spells of possession. Here, obviously, Bison coming out with the ball and having the more dangerous attacks.
Kispert sending it towards the middle of the field. Kispert able to deflect it. However, Harding's momentum continues on.
Kispert had a great spell of effort right there. Fortunately, got a little bit unlucky with the slide tackle. Just got just right through her.
Ball stays with Harding, an opportunity on the throw.
Tigers really need to make sure they don't get complacent here in the last 2 minutes and give up an equalizer.
That goal is off to the right side and out of bounds, so now a chance for the Tigers to make some noise in their own right.
Yeah, and this is how we saw the first goal initiate. Obviously, Snow usually taking her own goal kicks, but in this case, allowing Inman to take it long and see what can come of this direct.
And now, who else but Valencia taking it down the left side. She crosses it. Tigers with some intense pressure, trying to capitalize on the momentum. Smart play there by Kispert, able to get the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, we almost saw an identical play to the last goal by the Tigers. Obviously, direct goal kick, finding the first header and just pushing onto the back line. Fortunately, didn't get the same result as the first time, but still very dangerous play from the Tigers.
Bisons continuing to inch closer to the goal. Couple of throws already on this progression. Trying to cross it inside. Kispert getting it back out to Thomas, and Thomas sending the ball back out of bounds. Time dwindling down for the Bisons as they look for the equalizer here in the first half. Also got to be wary of a Tiger counterattack. Fowler hustling to try and get to the ball on the other side. Bit of a tough collision, and I believe they're going to get Valencia for the foul.
Something that we've complimented a lot from the Tigers is their composure on the ball and their ability to keep the ball on the floor and really play out. However, we've seen this game that the Harding offense is really willing to pressure them. And that tactical adjustment to go more direct is something very important that we've seen from the Tigers in this half.
That takes us to the end of the first half with 45 minutes in the books. Your score, Ouachita 1, Harding nothing. The difference maker being the goal from senior Fernanda Valencia. We'll see how the Tigers can follow it up in the second half after this timeout. You're watching Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
This is Chase Hartzell with the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm here with Ouachita Soccer and some of their seniors, including...
My name is Grayson Turner. I'm from Cabot, Arkansas. I'm a outside mid, and I am in the Exercise Science Master's program.
I'm Sydney Perry. I'm from McKinney, Texas. I play midfield, and I'm in the nursing program.
All right, so both of you just got back to campus from summer vacation. If you were to have the summer vacation of your choice, where would you go?
I would want to go to Thailand.
Italy.
All right, so both of you have been here, getting to the point where you're winding down your careers, but I'm sure you've made a lot of memories here. What are some of your favorite memories from your time here at Ouachita?
I would say probably on our away trip sometimes we have this fun thing we do. We make the freshmen do karaoke on the bus, and then it turns into pretty much everyone on the team getting up in the front of the bus singing in a microphone, so it's a lot of fun.
My favorite memories is all as a team getting yelled at by coach.
All right, so you mentioned karaoke. If there was a free-for-all for Ouachita Soccer, who would win the karaoke battle?
Absolutely Jocelyn Kispert, 100%.
I would say the same thing.
All right. Well, both of you are going to have an opportunity to make some more memories here this year in your senior season. What are you hoping to get out of your last year here with the program?
I would say our whole team goal is to win the conference championship. We've done it once before, and it would be great to do it this one last time.
Yep, just win the conference championship and make good memories.
All right, so we had an interesting conversation before we started here today. We were talking about career aspirations. What are you wanting to do once you finish at Ouachita?
Once I'm done at Ouachita, I aspire to be a famous YouTuber.
And are you already taking steps towards that?
Yes, I actually have a vlog channel. It's on my Snapchat, and if you would like to be included in it, it's Sydney456.
All right, well, there you go. And so do you have any career aspirations after college too?
Not as fun as Sydney's. Mine's pretty boring. I just want to go to dental school and be a pediatric dentist when I get older.
Well, there you go. You could be taking a visit to the dentist office, and while you're waiting, you can watch one of her YouTube videos. All right, this is Chase Hartzell with the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, and I'm joined by three seniors from the Ouachita women's soccer team. They are...
Hi, I'm Frankie Nine. I'm from Keller, Texas. I play defense, and I'm majoring in elementary education.
My name is Jamie Fowler. I am from Mesquite, Texas, and I'm going to be a 6th year, and I'm getting my master's in education.
I'm Fernanda Valencia, and I'm a forward from Lawton, Oklahoma, and I am a nursing major.
All right, well, it's getting close to dinner time right now. If all of you had the choice of a meal of your choice, what would you choose?
We just had a meeting with the nutritionist, so it's going to be chicken, rice, and broccoli.
I would definitely go with shredded brisket nachos from Fuzzy's.
Probably some street tacos.
Nice. Now, Jamie, this is your 6th season, as you mentioned. What went into your decision to come back to Ouachita for one last year?
The people standing next to me, I feel like they had a big part of peer pressuring me, and then it kind of just ate me alive to where I just couldn't make the decision and I had to come back.
So it seems like you all are really close as a group. What are some of your favorite memories that you've had together as a team in your time here at Ouachita?
Winning this ring.
Well, I wasn't here when they won, but probably just from the beginning. Like, I've always had a great time with them at practice, outside of practice. I mean, we're a pretty good team wherever we go.
You touched on that you weren't here for that championship season. You actually transferred into Ouachita. What went into your decision to come here and play for the Tigers?
So I decided I wanted to do nursing, and they didn't offer that at my old school, and so I really had to transfer going into spring so I wouldn't be behind. And so my sister actually plays here. She's now a junior, and she's a defender. So after realizing that Ouachita is getting a nursing program, I was like, okay, this will work out. It'll be easier for my parents to watch us. And so I reached out to Coach, and he gave me an opportunity to play, and yeah.
Now, you all have touched on it a little bit so far, but what are some of your career aspirations once you wrap up your time here with the Tigers?
I'm going to be a kindergarten teacher.
It's really undecided, but I kind of want to be a dog mom.
I think I want to do travel nursing for a bit and then end up being a pediatric nurse, and get my nurse practitioners and start a business in aesthetic nursing.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So all of you have established yourselves as leaders in this program, and now you get to step up in that role again for your senior year. What advice would you offer to the new players joining the program this year?
Definitely work hard every single day and just really taking in every single step of the journey, because it flies by. It goes by so fast. So just really enjoying the process.
One thing that I think really stepped my game up was learning how to practice, and that doesn't just mean, going out there and just, goofing around, but actually focusing on what you can transfer from practice to a game and testing out what you can and what you can't do, and just learning more about yourself and trying new things as you get older.
And kind of adding to what Frankie said, I mean, just have no regrets. Time is flying. I can't believe I'm a senior already, and I know I'm going to miss it, and I don't know. We'll see if I'll take my 5th year too. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see, but looking at your last senior season together, pending that you don't come back for one more, what are your goals going into this last year here?
I want another one of these right here.
Me too.
I want one of those.
There you go. This is Chase Hartzell with the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, and I'm back with a couple more seniors from the Ouachita women's soccer team. They are?
I'm Michelle Snow. I'm from North Richland Hills, Texas, and I'm a goalkeeper.
I'm Jocelyn Kisper. I'm from McKinney, Texas, and I'm a center mid.
Now, I understand that we have a karaoke champion in our midst today. So, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Probably Mr. Brightside by The Killers or something.
Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars.
Nice pick. Nice pick. Now, looking back at your time at Ouachita, what would you say are some of your favorite memories with the team?
I think traveling with the team was a big factor in that, because that's how we grew close together, and also winning the championship.
Definitely winning the championship, and just dorm life, especially freshman year.
Do you have any funny dorm stories from your first year here?
She doesn't go here anymore, but Reese Marks, one day the what is it called? The grass flooded, and she got in a tube and hopped in and floated the Grass. It's bad storytelling.
It works. It works. So, again, looking back on your time here, go back to the first time that you came here to Ouachita. What was it that drew you to play soccer here?
I just think the overall dynamic of the team, whenever I came in, I felt really welcomed my freshman year and had some good mentors and seniors to go along with it, and they just really made me feel comfortable to be away from home and helped me grow as a player.
When I got here, I had realized partway through my visit that I had been here when I was a freshman in high school for a cross-country retreat, and it just felt like a sign from God that this is where I should be. So, yeah.
Now, we touched on it a little bit, that mentorship, especially from seniors. You now find yourselves in this position. How do you hope to pay that forward, that mentorship that you got when you were younger?
Well, I always have the saying of just whenever you leave it better than how you left it. So I would try just making the players aware of what they need to do and also teaching them a couple things along the way.
I personally like to lead by example. I'm a girl of little words. So, yeah, I like to set an example.
Yeah. Now, looking to your last season here with Ouachita, what are you hoping to get out of that last campaign with the Tigers?
Probably winning another ring would be nice, and to also grow as a person individually.
Yep, definitely a ring would be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Now, after Ouachita, do you have plans for, either grad school or a career?
I'll plan to be a high school teacher and soccer coach and just go from there.
I'm very undetermined.
Hey, that's okay. Do you have any leads on maybe where you'd want to end up? Any hobbies?
I have lots of ideas. I do want to go to Mexico, so that's the first thing I'm going to do.
There you go.
No matter where you go in Arkansas, you'll probably run into someone you know. That personal connection is what I love about this state, and it's why we have offices and people across Arkansas. People who share your interest and care if you've been hurt.
A local team who will be on your side, by your side.
So if you were injured in an accident, call us at 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
No matter where you live in Arkansas, we have an office nearby.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
Welcome back to Tiger Soccer on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, joined by Alfonso Gonzalez Gomez. And Alfonso, that was a back-and-forth first half, and it seemed like no team was going to pull away until Fernando Valencia came through with a big goal there at the end of the half.
Yeah, I mean, two teams were pretty even in the first half. Obviously, we saw 0-0 almost up to the 30th minute. And, this Harding defense has been very committed to staying on top of the OBU striker, whether it be Gardner or Fowler. They've been very committed to that and forcing play out wide, and have on occasion been able to possess in the Tiger defensive half, something which Tigers are not used to having other teams do on them. So going into the second half, we've seen the Tigers already start to be a little bit more direct and skipping over that high Harding back line. And we'll see what the game plan is going into this second half now.
Ball sent downfield. Harding trying to take it the other way. Looking for a cross into the middle part of the field. Shot goes off to the left. That was the forward, Lauren Service, taking the shot. That's her second shot of the match. And Alfonso, it seemed like the Tigers were controlling a lot of the momentum there in the first half. However, Harding had more than double the shots that the Tigers did. Harding with 9 shots on the half, the Tigers with 4. The big one being the aforementioned goal by Valencia. However, Harding has done its job to get its fair share of opportunities down low.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say that even before the Valencia goal, Harding had the more dangerous opportunity, as we remember the one that hit against the post and bounced out. So we've seen a very even game today.
In that first half, a third of Harding's shots were on goal for the Tigers, and even 50%. Bit of a push there from behind, so that foul will be called on Kendall Jerkins.
Even going into the second half, we could see Harding continuing their press onto the Tigers. We saw Abby Imnam pick up the ball on one play and 3 Harding Bison players surrounding her and really making it difficult for her to play out the way OBU is normally accustomed to.
Carmen Gunn trying to take the ball the other way, driving right down the middle of the field. Inman closing in quickly, showing why she's the defending GAC Defender of the Week. And that's going to be a shot on goal for Harding, and it's in. The Bisons have the equalizer.
Yeah, we saw Inman chase down the Harding winger as she came in across. And in that moment where we had assumed that Inman had taken away the ball, Harding has really caught the Tigers sleeping there, put in a great cross, and just finished it off. Obviously, Snow was left there. Nothing she could do about that one, but you can, if you're the Tigers right now, you're frustrated at the lapse of concentration.
So Melissa Ventura scores the first goal of the match for the Bisons. That was her second shot of the match.
Tigers right now are going to see a very good mental challenge for them, as this team has really dominated most games, or at least been in most games. Here we see they are not exactly dominating possession and are still 1-1.
Now Snow just having to clear that one out of the way, and that's the first time in a long time Snow's allowed a goal here. If you'll remember, last week, the week before last, in that whole stretch, there was only 1 goal scored against the Tigers, and that was in the Southwest Baptist match after she had already exited.
Yeah, just a small consolation goal for the Southwest Baptist, and now we see a goal that comes in real time that could really affect the final score of this match.
Turner sending the ball downfield. Owens chasing after it. Can she track it down? Yes, she can. Trying to take it across the box. Able to keep it in bounds. Excellent control. Perry right there on the rebound, trying to cross it. She gets it inside to Owens. Harding looking for the clear. Amory Thomas right there to back up the Tigers, however. Chance for Hattie Gardner on the left side of the box, but it is trapped by the goalkeeper. That's Willis.
Gardner there has been putting very excellent performances so far in their time as a Tiger. However, sometimes has struggled to really put in that finishing touch on the play and really put the ball in the back of the net.
Substitution for Harding as Hattie Hinkle will check back into the match.
Harding here has really taken advantage of their energy and their want to beat their interstate rivals here, has really challenged for every second ball in the air, and in a lot of occasions have beat out the Tigers just off pure energy. we'll see if this score now is a little bit more motivating for them as we go into the last 40 minutes of the game.
Perry passes it off to Turner. Turner sends the ball upfield to Gardner. Gardner going after it. However, it was last touched by a Bison, and now a great opportunity for Ouachita on a corner kick.
Tigers have shown that they can be lethal off corner kicks before. We'll see if they can capitalize off this set piece opportunity and really get themselves back into a winning position in this match.
Gardner lined up at the corner. Here's the set piece. Long ball sent into the middle of the field, looking for the header. However, it does go out on the other side. Tigers chasing after the ball, and there's a little bit of a collision. So it looked like Maddie Vanna was going after the ball. She collided with a Bison.
Vanna kind of forced there to make the foul. Obviously, Bison were going off on that counterattack. Some would say it's a very smart play from her.
Ball sent downfield, but cleared by Valencia. She gets it out to Perry. Perry up the middle to Gardner. Now Yossi bringing it up the middle. Tigers with excellent spacing. Owens looking for the opportunity on the left side. Unfortunately, it looks like she was offsides.
That was a confident smell of possession by the Tigers. Unfortunate for Owens to be offside because I believe that if she would have gotten that ball, it could have been a very dangerous opportunity.
1-1 the score in this Great American Conference season opener. Off the deflection, the ball will stay with Harding. This is not the last time we'll see Harding play here at Cluck Field this weekend, as Alfonso, the men's team has Harding tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it should be a tough game as well. Obviously, we also feel that interstate rivalry with Harding, and we'll be trying to, despite the records, really get after it and make a difference tomorrow in order to open up our GAC season.
And the fans at home can't see it, but you're actually in your practice uniform right now because you're going right out to prepare for that Harding matchup as soon as we finish up here in the booth.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting in those final touches in before the game, and
dangerous situation there as it looked like Willis was going to have a tough play. Turner chasing after the ball. Bumped into Willis a little bit, but no foul called as Harding takes the ball the other way. That's how the Tigers got their first goal. They were able to take the ball away from Willis, unable to secure it in time.
Willis obviously being called upon unsuddenly because of a first half injury to Potter, the original starting goalkeeper for Harding. Obviously Willis has done a fair job so far. Only kept the Tigers at 1 goal.
Sofia Valencia able to take the ball out of bounds on the slide tackle. Now we'll see a substitution as Vagan Jones checks in.
Harding has been rolling through these midfielders at a constant pace, maybe not all at once like Tigers, and it has really benefited them as they've been able to keep up with the Tigers throughout the midfield and really find the correct spaces to pick the ball up in.
Thomas fighting for the ball.
We've seen Thomas be punished on these fouls for her aggressive defending. On this one, we can see the official giving her maybe a final warning before maybe a yellow card, which is something that the Tigers need to be very careful of, and Thomas needs to be very careful of not receiving that yellow card and putting her team in a possible situation where she has to play a little bit more carefully because she's scared of getting booked.
been an overcast day here at Cluck Field, and it got pretty dark earlier, Alfonso. We were afraid that we might be getting some rain in the middle of this match. However, it looks like it is going to hold off, knock on wood.
Knock on wood for real, because if it rains too hard today, we might not be able to play here tomorrow with the men's team.
Perry tries to cross it inside to Gardner. Gardner with a nice move and gets a shot off. Unfortunately for her, it's off to the right, and it is scooped up by Willis.
Yeah, and we've seen an effect on this overcast day on the game. Obviously, without too much sun, players can reserve more energy and really make more runs as the overcastness of the day allows them some shade and some cool between plays. Something that Harding has really taken advantage of by applying a lot of pressure and making those consistent runs that maybe in a day where it's over 80 degrees, maybe they would have to roll more players through or not even be able to make those runs.
Yossi trying to get some separation. She passes it off to Valencia, but it's quickly stolen away. That's Carmen Gunn. Ball goes out of bounds, and an opportunity for the Tigers on the throw. Harding player waiting to check in. That is number 7, Caroline Coppy. Throw in by Turner to Valencia, right back to Turner and back to Valencia. Thomas closing in on the box. She gets it to Owens on the left side. Owens looking for the cross, but it's deflected out of bounds by a Bison, and now another great opportunity for the Tigers on the corner.
Yeah, Thomas doing a great job to anticipate that play and really start off that counterattack for the Tigers. Now that they're on the corner kick, we can see what they can make of this and see if they could get up in the scoreboard.
Hattie Gardner in the far corner. Here's the set piece, looking for the header, a lot of traffic. Can somebody come up with it? It was a long tussle for the ball. Unfortunately for the Tigers, just too many bodies down low that time. Nobody could find an opening. It goes out of bounds. However, it looks like it last touched a Bison, so we'll see another set piece.
Very scrappy play there in the box. Just shows these two teams and how determined they are to either score or keep the ball out their own net.
Gardner again, set up in the corner. Here's the set piece. Long ball towards the middle. Header is off the mark to the right side.
Pretty decent header there. Just slightly off the goal, you know. A very good cross and very good set piece by the Tigers. Looking more dangerous now since they've conceded.
Long ball sent out towards midfield. Edens was bringing it up the field. Now the Tigers going back the other way. Couple of OU team members waiting to check in as Yossi is going to draw a foul. Vagan Jones a bit aggressive there, and she's had her fair share of fouls here today, 3 already on the match.
Yeah, I mean, these Bison very disciplined to defend and very aggressive when receiving the ball, really trying to make things uncomfortable for OBU.
Harding trying to send the ball the other way, and now Moore going to make the smart play and send it back out to Snow.
Tigers here showing off great composure on the ball to put out a potential counterattack and really start their own play.
Trying to find Gardner inside in the middle part of the box. Couldn't find her as it was deflected away. Now a chance for Harding on the counterattack.
Chauncey there covering Thomas's position, and she got really up high and maybe couldn't track back in time. Fortunately, it's a foul. Harding has not been too successful offset pieces so far in this game, but the Tigers have to be very careful in order to not concede and lose focus as they did on the first goal.
Free kick is a long drive all the way into the box. Now a chance for a corner kick as it was last touched by Abby Inman. Great opportunity for Harding off the set piece. Lacey Cabana checking in for the Bisons. Jocelyn Kispert and Reese Brown waiting to check in for Ouachita. They'll stay on the sideline for the time being. Ball is sent into the box. It's deflected out to Gardner. Gardner in a bit of a one-on-one situation, but the rest of the teams quickly closing in. Now Thomas taking it up the left side. Thomas crossing it towards the middle, trying to find Yasi, but it was well defended by Harding. Gardner trying to pull away. She's in a full herd of Bisons at the moment. Now a chance for Owens near the top of the box. Not a bad shot at all, but it is stopped by Willis.
Gardner very cool and composed on that play, being able to win back the ball and also pick out a great teammate in Owen. And unfortunately, Owen just couldn't get that finishing touch on the shot. But in a very good position and a very good chance for the Tigers.
Tigers trying to take it the other way. Harding will come up with the ball, however. Trying to cross it, perhaps. And it goes a bit too far out of bounds. That is going to be a goal kick for the Tigers. Now a big substitution for Ouachita as Brown, Sabatier, Fowler, and Kispert will all check in.
We've seen these big substitutions before by the Tigers, and this is just an effort to keep rolling players and keep the energy high on the press, something that the Tigers are normally very keen about. Only in this situation, it's 25 minutes left about and they're still in need of a goal. We'll see how Fowler and the rest of our teammates that just subbed on can really make it work for OBU.
Perry takes the ball away and looked like she was just trying to clear it that time. She had Brown there, but it was in tight quarters, so a tough play to make on the near side. And Perry doing the same thing right there, stepping in and just booting the ball back out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's disciplined and it's defending by the Tigers, those out of bounds, they can welcome them all day as long as they don't get in behind the Tiger back line.
And I believe that was Perry in again on the defensive play. Alfonso, there's that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it seems like that's been the case for Perry here. They keep sending the ball her way. She's just going to keep clearing it.
Yeah, and that's something, I think that's... Oh, I thought that was about to be a fourth one right there.
Bisons send the ball inside. Now they're on the edge of the box, and looks like that was a shot attempt. However, it was blocked, and now there's an opportunity for Harding on the corner kick.
Yeah, we've seen very aggressive play from Harding here in the second half, really forcing OBU to make mistakes and give up corners such as these. Now, so far, Harding hasn't been able to capitalize, but in these situations, OBU might just look to counter and really find Harding on the wrong foot in the back line.
It will be a goal kick for Ouachita after that ball from the corner ended up curving into the right and back out of bounds. Still plenty of time for Ouachita to make something happen here in the second half, all tied up at 1. Harding getting the equalizer in the first 3 minutes of this second half. Since then, however, it's been an offensive drought on both sides. Bit of a collision there, but no foul. Tigers trying to take it the other way. Kispert lost her balance there after some aggressive defensive play from Harding.
Yeah, and this is something that maybe the Tigers need to start switching up a bit. Despite them trying to take out the ball and possess in their own half, they obviously know there's Harding's pressure, and so instead they went long, which ended up in their first goal. However, now Harding is kind of anticipating it again, and it might be time for the Tigers to try and possess once again.
Ava Dunigan will get another chance here as she checks in for Maddie Vanna.
Dunigan does a very good job in the midfield to win back the ball for the Tigers, something that the Tigers have been kind of lacking today in terms of like losing the ball in the midfield to Harding. Coach Wright probably looking Dunigan to recover more defensive capabilities in that midfield and let the more creative players around her dictate the attack.
Officially more than halfway through the second half, all knotted up at 1. Long ball sent into the box. A few players collide. We'll see who can come out with it. Ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by a Tiger. That's Abby Moore. It will be a throw-in for Harding. Going to take some time to think it over, though, as now the ball is actually passed off to Hattie Hinkle on the throw.
Tigers have been having a very hard time coming out with possession in this second half. Most of the game being played on their defensive half, and Harding just applying very good pressure and not letting the Tigers have it easy.
Throw is inside to Ventura. She has the 1 goal of the match thus far. That ball was sent off too far to the right. Shot by Copy. Just veered a bit too far to the right. Speaking of number 7s, number 7, Fernanda Valencia checking in for Ouachita. She has the 1 goal of the match for OBU.
Obviously, we've seen Valencia be a very good technical player in this first half of the season, and obviously she got her goal in today. So Coach Wright probably looking for her to get 1 more and help the Tigers clutch this win.
Valencia trying to come up with the ball. It's deflected around, but now Amory Thomas with an opportunity on the left side. Driving up the left side of the field. Ball is sent into the box. Brown looking for it, and it is scooped up at the very last second by Willis. But a very close call as the Tigers almost had an open look at a go-ahead goal.
Great run there from Thomas to get open and really find that space on the wide-hand side. Great cross. Fortunately, just didn't have enough on it to really make it an assist.
Pass inside to Copy. Copy gives it off to Ventura. Now Valencia had to wait a second to gain full control of the ball, but she sends a nice one downfield, and now it's a one-on-one with Reese Brown. Brown finds her way around. It's an open goal, but it goes off to the left side.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate for Reese Brown. You know, she obviously just had that opportunity that Thomas crossed into her. Now, another 1v1 with the keeper. Very unfortunate to not get the goal there. Does a great effort and a great run to really get in behind. However, just does not have the finishing touch and the composure to tuck it away.
Isabella Savitaire with the kick from the corner. Tigers looking for a go-ahead goal off the set piece. Here it is. Ball sent into the box. Inman able to get a shot off. However, it's high and off to the right side.
Yeah, despite the inaccuracy of the shot, I'm telling you, Inman would probably rather have that than a counterattack on only 2 of her defenders back there. Something that center backs are always taught to do, that when they get up high and they see the possibility of a counterattack, it's better to get it out of bounds than to have them run at you.
Reagan Thompson and Sammy Berry checking in for Harding. Match all tied up at 1 with just under 18 minutes to go. Now Snow sending the ball back towards the middle circle. Kispert able to send it out to Fowler. Trying to pass it to the outside. Can Savitaire come up with it? A bit of a collision. Tigers moving quickly off the foul. Ball goes out of bounds. Some strong pressure there from the Bisons. Now we'll see possession go the other way.
Savitaire there does a good job to get that early throwing in and really put something on the Bison back line.
Double team from the Tigers trying to take the ball away. Brown comes away with it. Now Doonigan passing it off to Kispert. Kispert sends the ball near the top of the box, but it is quickly sent away by a Bison. Here comes Amory Thomas driving down the left side. Ball is sent right into the hands of Mesa Willis. What a match it has been for Willis. Alfonso, we mentioned it earlier. She takes over for Michaela Potter, who actually had to check out with an injury in the first 10 minutes of this match. Since then, it's been all Willis, and she's allowed only 1 goal.
Yeah, Willis, I mean, delivering on what Harding called upon her to do, and has done a fair job so far. Obviously now going into the last 16 minutes or so of the match, we haven't so far seen the Tigers in this position where they've been up and they've had to really clutch out these last 15 minutes in order to get the win, especially in games where they've been the dominant side most of the time.
Valencia sends the ball out to Fowler.
Both Gardner and Fowler on the field. This is the first time I've seen it so far. Usually they're in and out for one another, and they've dictated the attack from that striker position. We can see now Fowler at the winger role. We can see what she could do from here.
This has been a back-and-forth rivalry between these two squads. Since the start of the 2010 season, these teams have met a total of 27 times. The Tigers have won 13 times in that stretch, have lost 12 times, and there have been 2 ties. That was in the last, one of those 2 ties was in the last meeting between these two teams when Ouachita played at Harding. The Bisons in that one got out to an early 3-0 lead. However, the Tigers able to rally with 4 goals in the second half while allowing just 1 to force the tie.
Yeah, these teams have to have a lot of history between them. Not only the last 27 official games that they've played with each other, as well as spring matches. You know, Harding's always on the schedule.
These teams have a lot of history with each other, Alfonso, and with that comes a lot of bragging rights with each and every meeting between these two squads. Last time out, it was even, so you know both teams want to get the upper hand again in the rivalry. Here's Fowler now, trying to send a long shot in. It's off to the right.
Yeah, and obviously this rivalry comes back to the days of Haley Hatcher, whose name is on the indoor pavilion here in the OBU soccer complex. Her sister actually attended Harding and played on the women's soccer team. And one time when I interviewed Hatcher, you know, she said that one of her favorite parts about playing here at OBU was this rivalry with Harding, something that she got to experience against her sister for 4 years that she was here.
Both of these teams often near the top of the Great American Conference, so this has had playoff implications, title implications at times as well. And that's going to be a foul against the Bison, as there was no mistaking at that time. Sydney Fox with the shove.
Valencia here has done a very good job at her 1v1 defensive capabilities and has really shown off that she can win these duels in these wide areas. Snow there, very composed to get the ball out in a dangerous situation and still be able to find her teammate. Valencia here checking back out. Didn't really get to do much in the second half. Obviously, after picking up that goal in the first half, the Harding defense must have realized to get on her a bit more and to really keep her negative throughout this second half. Obviously, there a hard tackle on Fowler. We could hear both benches cheering and really Harding's bench arguing with the official on a call that they deemed to be soft.
Long ball from Inman, sent near the top of the box. Harding trying to come away with it, but Valencia cutting it off in the middle. This time, Willis having to come all the way out to the top of the box, and she'll send it towards midfield.
Now entering these last 10 minutes of the game, we've seen this OBU back line basically identical from the start of the match. You know, this fatigue might start to set in, you would think, but now we can see Thomas and Valencia still being able to fulfill their defensive capabilities and really get up on the field and enjoy and help out in the attack. Dinnigan there really showing why she was brought on for those defensive capabilities. First winning that header and then applying that pressure to not let Harding get out easily.
Kispert deflecting the shot, and she's going to send it out of bounds on the clear. Nice deflection there from Abby Moore as that shot was on goal and would have been a tough play for Michelle Snow.
Here we can start to see Sabater now fulfilling in that right fullback role for Valencia. You know, we've seen her at midfield, and we've seen what she could do on the offense. Let's see if she can keep up those defensive capabilities that Valencia was doing so well.
There's a pass inside to the top left corner of the box. Now sending a long ball to the other side. Good clear by Kispert, facing some tough contact.
Tigers have to be very careful of that ball onto the back post. Obviously, between Kispert and Thomas, we can see a height disadvantage with the Harding wingers. Have to be very careful to get there early and position themselves in a way that makes those balls really hard for Harding.
Vanna checks back into the match for Ouachita, and already a couple more substitutes have stepped up, as it looks like Paige Owens as well as Sydney Perry. They're both waiting to check back into the match. We'll see that substitution now. Joining them on the field from the Harding side will be Carmen Gunn as well as Gabby Edens. They check in for Fox as well as Ventura.
Ventura here for Harding has been very good in the attack, has found ways to connect her teammates, and has really been able to connect this Harding attack from the midfield to the OBU back line.
There's one more Bison waiting to check in, but she'll have to wait for another stoppage in time. That's Kelly Tyndall. Some more excellent play from the Tigers inside the box. And Brown looks like she was tripped up by a pretty nasty tackle that time.
Yeah, Harding has been doing that the entire game, really getting into tackles and really not letting OBU play their game on the floor, being very aggressive, trying to win back the ball. OBU has also seen some spells of desperation here.
Now a chance for Harding. Left side of the box. Ball is cleared out of bounds by Sabater.
Sabater there doing great recovery and into that space where she was initially beaten.
We got 16 for 17 and 7 for 24.
9 Tigers behind the ball here, really looking to protect their own goal as well as having 2v2 against the Bison defense up top. We'll see if a counterattack is in play.
Ball sent to the opposite side of the field.
Here we can see very tired legs from OBU, still chasing down the Harding defenders and really trying to make things difficult here in the dying minutes.
You can see the Bisons trying to press. They know that they're down to their last opportunities. Meanwhile, Gardner might have an opportunity of her own. Top of the box. It's cleared on what could have been a great look for Ouachita. Harding sending it back the other way.
Gardner there really had a great opportunity. Got herself into the correct position. Just barely got that touch wrong. Garner there. Obviously, we've seen aggressive play from the Tigers to pressure the Harding back line. Gardner there, maybe a bit of desperation and frustration from that last missed opportunity, over aggresses herself there and gives up a foul in Harding's defensive third.
And the player that she collided with walking a bit gingerly now in the midfield. Meanwhile, Harding trying to mount a counterattack. Inman trying to take the ball away. Slide for the ball. We'll see who touched it last. Looked like it was a Tiger as Ouachita's defenders beginning to move in. And on this set piece, this could be the last chance, or one of the last chances for either side to try and take the lead late in this match.
Obviously, about 2 minutes left and still plenty of time for either team to get a goal, but looking like it's in favor of Harding right now. Momentum has just shifted all the way to them.
Long ball is sent all the way over the new sign out there on the left side of the field, and now the Tigers going to set up with just under 2 minutes to go. Inman with the long ball. Vanna tries to take it. Now Savitaire fighting for the ball, and they're going to say it was last touched by Savitaire.
Savitaire trying to get that early throw in. However, the call was just against her. Now Harding going the other way.
Savitaire sending the ball.
Now we see
Downfield.
a lot of pressure from both teams, really trying to get into that last third and get a goal in the dying minute of this game.
You could tell that Gardner was wanting that opportunity right there with just about a minute to go. Willis boots it away. And unless the Tigers can mount a counterattack really quickly, this will be the last chance. Now, a foul called. Ouachita's going to have to move the ball quickly up the field.
Off the set piece, clock is not stopping. Looking like Tigers are really going to have to get in and find something off this last chance.
Perry trying to send it up the field, but now a chance again. Savitaire, 20 seconds to go. She passes it inside. She was looking for Perry, but comes up empty as it's deflected away. Now Willis just going to boot it away.
8, 7, 6.
5 seconds to go. Tigers. Vanna with one last desperation kick. It's fielded by Willis, and that will do it. For the second consecutive meeting, Harding and Ouachita end the full 90 minutes in a tie.
Yeah, very aggressive game from both. from both teams. You know, this has been a Harding team that has really brought their game and really applied pressure to a OBU Tiger team that has not seen it in a very long time.
So with the tie, Ouachita moving to 3-0-4 on the year, still hasn't lost yet. However, the Tigers facing a good challenge here to open up Great American Conference play, one that should set them up well for the rest of the conference schedule.
Yeah, very tough opponent, and Tigers managed to get away with a tie here. Sometimes it obviously going up in the game and seeing it out as a tie might feel like a loss, but obviously remains undefeated at home and undefeated overall.
Looking at the highlights from this match, the sole goal for the Tigers coming from Fernanda Valencia, the senior, on an excellent play that was set up by Jamie Fowler. For Harding, the single goal came off of the foot of Melissa Ventura. That actually happened in the first 3 minutes of the second half, and that was the last goal we saw. Alfonso, both of these teams staying staunch on defense throughout the entire match.
Yeah, Harding here, obviously it seems that they may not have had the more talented squad, but have been able to tuck in and really get that tie, and obviously starting off the GAC season with a point on the road for Harding. Not a bad start. We'll see how OBU and Harding continue in their seasons.
Well, looking at what's coming up for the Tigers after this match, they've got a little bit of time off, got a chance to regroup before their next match, which is also here next Wednesday against Northwestern Oklahoma State. But before then, Alfonso, another big Great American Conference match for the men's team as they face Harding here at Cluck Field.
Yeah, it should be a great game tomorrow. You know, obviously both of us and Harding, looking to start off our season strong, and we haven't played Harding at home in a long time, so we'll try and get out there and really take advantage of our home field.
Well, it looks like it's about time for you to get out for practice to get ready for that match. So on behalf of everyone here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, this is Chase Hartzell signing off. Alfonso, good luck tomorrow. And until then, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.